Hey everybody, Mushbeard here, back with some more Summoner's War action. We're going to look at jumping into speed runs for Giants B10 today. So first, let me check my thing here, because I know there's a lot of misconceptions out there. You see these high-end players, late game players, doing speed Giants runs in like 30 seconds, 40 seconds, and you're like, man, I want one of those. You know, mine's like 3 minutes. I need to get faster. That's what I want to do. But a lot of people, they see it and then they can't do it, and they're like, man, I'm so far away. You're really not as far as you think, because you have to realize you're not going to go from 3 minutes to 40 seconds in one run. Like, it's a progressive thing. You take steps. So this is going to be showing you how to get that 3-minute run down to that 90-second run, which will then help you farm a lot faster and a lot more. And that will eventually help you get down to those sub 1 minute runs and stuff like that. So this is now there's not nat 3s on here, but it's fairly free to play. There's no nat 5s on here. But the key to doing a speed run, kind of these middle of the road speed runs, these 75 to 90-second runs, is actually control. Because what you see from the endgame players is damage, and they can just out damage everything. So they just blow everything up. They blow the waves up, they blow the boss up, because their damage is just so huge they can just wipe it with all the damage. However, if you're a person who's doing 3-minute runs, you're not going to have the runes to do that much damage to just wipe him out. So what you want to do is control. So the control you want for the boss to do this, and it's not 100%, but it's pretty close. It's like 95 to 98%, is attack bar control. As you can see, I'm losing people all the time, but you're seeing the Giant also isn't getting to go. Other than his counter attack, his revenge attack every 7th attack, he actually doesn't get to go. He doesn't get a turn. And that's the whole point here, is you're going to be running in this 75 to 90 seconds, but what you're doing is you're controlling the attack bar of the Giant. Because if he goes, you're using all squishy units, you have no healing, you have no defense buff. Like this team I'm using right here doesn't even have an attack break. So if he gets to go, he's going to wipe your team. So the point is to control his attack bar so that he doesn't get to go. So this is kind of the less safe version of it. Well, I'll go ahead and show you after this kind of the run you can start making. That'll be slightly slower, but probably a little more effective, which I use a little thing, kind of the transitioning as you get here. But you can see this just uses all 4 stars, Lucian, Galleon, you got the Water Kung Fu Girl, you've got Stella, you've got Hua. And everyone except for Lucian has attack bar manipulation. So obviously he's mostly for the damage lead and helping clear the trash waves faster. That's what Lucian's for. He doesn't do a ton on the boss. But Galleon, obviously you know why you bring Galleon, because he's got attack buff and defense break. And his second skill also reduces the attack bar of the Giant. Hua, same thing. She has a slow, she has a dot, which you're never going to get to use because the Giant shouldn't be going. But she also has attack bar reduction on both of her skills. Even if she glances, you can still land the attack bar reduction. As you can see, she's just controlling it. Stella, she brings a secondary defense break in case your Galleon misses, because that's when this team starts to fail, is when you're constantly missing those defense breaks early on, so you just don't have the damage. Even with the control, you don't have the damage because you just get revenged every 7th attack, and he eventually kills off your monsters. So Stella, she brings Brand, she brings the secondary defense break, and her third skill, Attack of the Dance of the Reaper, or whatever it's called, Blade Dance of the Reaper. It has a chance, so it does all those 7 hits, but it decreases the attack bar of the Giant by 10% for each attack. So it has more attack bar reduction. Everything going on. You can see here she's on Swift Broken is what I have her on. She's running speed, crit damage, attack, and it's not even maxed out yet, but the runes aren't the super greatest, but this is what I'm running currently on her. She's still got some skill ups that are needed for those last spots, so they can help improve this more. Whoops. I want Hua on there. Let's go look at Hua's runes. You can see here, Swift Endure. Swift Revenge. Whoops. Swift Revenge. That's what she's running. She's on speed, crit damage, HP, and what you're going to know, her crit rate is a little low, so I would like it to be higher, but that's kind of how runes go. To keep her alive on the trash waves, you really want to be running a shield set on someone. So my Galleon has a shield set, which helps protect the first 1 or 2 attacks each wave, so Hua doesn't die before the boss. As you can see, he's on speed, HP, accuracy. We got here Xiaolin. She's on Vampire Endure, or Vampire Guard, sorry. And she's running attack, crit damage, attack, and her crit. And you can see there's low crit rate everywhere. Like, it's just not what it needs to be. Lucian, you know, Blade Will, or, excuse me. Hikarama, Blade Destroy. Attack, crit damage, attack. You can see he's even missing a skill up on a second skill. But if you're not having... This is the team. If you have a Sigmar, you can do this. Because his 44% HP leader skill will give you much more health to surviving. So it makes it a little... He also has damage based on the enemy's max HP on his skill, which can help chunk down the giant. He also has attack break on his 3rd skill, which can help you survive in case you attack bar manipulation goes wrong. He can help with that as well. So there's... Sigmars has good things he brings forward too, but not everyone has pulled one or wants to fuse one. But if you have one, it's kind of a team you can use to break into the kind of the faster Giants runs that we have here. Like I said, if you don't have Stella, you can replace her with the Water Kung Fu Girl. If you have Poseidon, you can use Poseidon. Then at 5, the Water Sea Emperor, he also works because he has attack as Maelstrom on the 3rd skill, sets it back to 0. Now, there's other monsters with kind of attack bar manipulation. I don't know if they'll work. Is it Wuchi, the Wind Taoist? He sets people's attack bar back, but he doesn't really do much damage, so he's not going to be speeding it up much. Is it Andoril, the Wind Inferno? His 3rd skill sets the attack bar to 0 of the enemy. He is an attack-based monster, but I don't know what kind of damage he would do, as I haven't tested him. So that would be, you know, free-to-play options there, but I don't know how well those ones will work. But as you can see, the attack bar is getting higher this time. So there we go. We got some. But it's all about attack bar manipulation. I don't have the runes to just bruise this, you know, double, triple Lucian with this and just blow through everything and just kill really fast. Like, I don't have that. So I have to use attack bar manipulation to make this safe. I mean, you can even technically do this without Lucian. For those of you that don't have Lucian, you can use Julie. She doesn't have attack bar manipulation, but she's pretty strong. Where? We'll show her here. Because she's got good multipliers. Especially on her 2nd skill, the multiplier is pretty high. Like I said, the problem with this team is when your attack breaks aren't landing. Or not your attack breaks, your defense breaks aren't landing early enough on that you just don't have enough damage to get out, and eventually the revenge attacks just hit every one of your monsters. So that can be a pain. And I know a lot of these people can hit multiple times. Stella hits, her 2nd skill hits twice, her 3rd skill hits, you know, 5, 6 times, depending on your speed. Stuff like that. So, and Julie's are going to be kind of the same way, but it is what it is. If they're doing enough damage, you can counter, you know, you see him, the giant revenging and picking off my monsters one by one, but I'm doing enough damage in between that I'm able to, you know, still wipe him out before he gets enough off. So we'll see here. But this is kind of how you breaking into giants. Speedier runs, these middle range, like I said, 75 to 90 seconds, which take a good chunk off of your time. You know, you can do 2 runs in the time you were doing one before, and see, like that kind of hurts because all these attacks are going and there's no defense break. And there's still a chance we can with the brand. And see, there's 25k. Let's see. My Sigmar is on violent, so his runes are pretty decent, or hers. I don't know which one you want to call it, but you can see even with not landing a defense break right away, we still managed it through attack bar manipulation. So that was using no Lucian. I mean, I can. Here, let's even manipulate more. Let's go this way. Where's Kung Fu Girl? Where are you? I'm trying to think if there's anyone else on here that I have ruined that you could use. I haven't used Alicia. I don't think the Lich would be good because he attacks. Yeah, mine doesn't have enough really on the stats to do that. No one else I really have on my team, but we'll use the crit rate lead to help boost our crit rate and see if this works. I haven't tried this particular team, so I'm not even sure if this will work, but it should. I mean, it's based on the same strategy, just in case you don't have Illusion. which I know that's one of the monsters. I know if you don't have a Galleon, you're going to say, what can I use for Galleon? Honestly, it's hard to say. You could probably technically use Lure, the Water Phantom Thief. He won't give you the attack buff, but he does have a slow, and his third skill does have attack bar reduction, as well as the defense break. So that's a possibility. But if he's not max skilled and he lands, misses that attack bar reduction, you could be in trouble. So Galleon is really the key to a lot of speed runs, but and I know there's people out there that use like double and triple Tark, the Water Hellhound and stuff, but not everyone wants to build those, but they are good for dragons too, so they could potentially be used here, but these are monsters you're probably building anyway just because you like these ones. They're useful in dragons and arena or guild wars or what have you, so monsters you may have lying around. So let's see how these runs go, or just this one. But this is just what it's all about. It's going from that 3-minute runs to these 90-second. Oh, we're struggling here to get keep Wa alive. There we go. Again, it's all about attack bar manipulation. So let's see. Oh, Galleon gonna go down. See, but we are keeping the attack bar down, so that helped. Oh, one by one. Oh, did she finish it? Oh, one hit away. So it didn't work on that particular run. But so that particular team didn't quite work, probably because we stacked too many hits. I think this is the team I was using, where Evolution went. There he is. But that's it. So if you've got any other suggestions for breaking into speed giants running, let me know. Leave it down in the comment section below. We can help those newer players out and see if you have any ideas. So that's kind of how it's going. That's really what I just want to talk about in this episode, was getting the best of that, showing people how to break in from those 3 minutes, like I said, down to that 75 to 90-second runs, so those middle-of-the-road runs, so then you can start clearing it fast enough that you can collect those runes, that eventually you can get to those, 40-second runs that are so sought after. So we'll let this run finish out, but these are the teams that I've been using since I took over this account. It took me a while to figure out. I started having to use those old teams with Bernard and Shannon and Bella, and I was doing 3 minutes, and I'm like, man, there's no way with the decent amount of runes on this account that I can't do better. And I was just struggling. The teams I was originally trying just weren't they weren't consistent enough. They were clearing it, and they were clearing it pretty fast, but it wasn't consistent enough. I was just dying too much. They were on like 70% clears, and that's just not good enough for my, especially as a free-to-play player, for my energy usage. So that's when I started playing around with the attack bar manipulation aspect of it, because I knew I just didn't have the damage, and that's when it wasn't really until I started using Hua a lot that I got. But the reason, I've had other people test, and their Hua dies a lot, even though they have better runes, and like they don't have the shield runes. And I told them, put a set of shield on one of your tanky monsters, like Galleon or whatever, and I bet you'll see a difference. So hopefully this has been helpful for everyone. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video and want to see more like this. But thanks for watching, everybody. This is Mushbeard. I am out.